Welcome back, my teacups. Today, we aren't just scrolling, we are building. In today's explainer, we're diving deep into a masterclass written by the amazing content creator Twanna. With over 14,000 YouTube subscribers and growing, she is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to mastering social media, elevating your content, and, actually making money online. So, if you've ever stared blankly at a blinking cursor, just completely overwhelmed by a mountain of notes and wondering how you're ever going to turn it into your next digital bundle or piece of content, well, you are exactly where you need to be. We're breaking down Google's Notebook LM. And let me tell you, this tool, it is the ultimate cure for blank page syndrome. Think of it as your own personal AI research assistant, custom-built to help you synthesize information, save literally hours of reading, and build an absolute content engine. And before we get into the nuts and bolts, we really need to talk about this massive mindset shift. It's so crucial. We are moving from being just researchers to directors of our own content engines. Think about it. You already have the great ideas. You already do the exhaustive reading. You have the vision. What you actually need right now is a highly capable assistant to just organize all that chaos so you can sit in the director's chair and focus on the final product. And that is exactly what Notebook LM is built to do for you. All right, consider this your official syllabus for today's class on leveling up your digital products. We'll kick things off by meeting your new AI assistant. Then we'll talk about keeping it grounded in your reality. Check out the Creator Studio panel, and finally, we'll map out your actual content creation workflow. Okay, let's jump right into Section 1. Meet your AI assistant. So, what exactly are we dealing with here? Well, Notebook LM is definitely not just another random chatbot. It's a personalized AI collaborator powered by Google's highly advanced models, like Gemini 1.5 Pro. But here is the absolute secret sauce, okay? It understands only the specific materials that you provide to it. It lives right there in your browser, but it's not out there trying to know everything about the entire internet. It just wants to be the absolute hyper-focused expert on the exact files you feed it.
Which brings us to Section 2, grounded in your reality. This is all about your private knowledge.
This concept right here is why Notebook LM is such a game changer for content creators. Think about a standard AI chatbot. It knows a little bit about everything, relies on massive pre-trained data, and runs a pretty high risk of hallucinations, meaning it might just confidently lie to your face. But Notebook LM, it's grounded. It becomes an expert strictly on your stuff. When it answers a question, it actually gives you direct, clickable inline citations. So, say you're prepping for your Daily Pulse podcast and you ask it a question. It'll answer you and then drop a link that jumps right to the exact paragraph in your notes where it found that fact. It's literally acting as your own private fact-checked knowledge base.
So, what can you actually dump into this private knowledge base? A lot, actually. On the free standard plan, you can upload up to 50 sources per notebook. Need more? Upgrading to Plus, Pro, or Ultra unlocks a massive 600 sources per notebook. And get this, it takes PDFs, Google Docs, website links, and, this is a huge deal for us video folks, YouTube video transcripts. You can just drop all of this into one single notebook, creating a dedicated brain for a specific project. Plus, the whole shebang syncs across web, iOS, and Android, so your research is always right there in your pocket.
All right, moving on to Section 3, the Creator Studio panel. This is where we get into the really fun multimedia generation stuff. Because Notebook LM doesn't just quietly read your text, it completely transforms it. You can take a boring static document and instantly turn it into audio and video overviews, full-blown slide decks and infographics, reports, flashcards for studying, interactive quizzes, and even dynamic mind maps. It's basically a complete multimedia studio panel right at your fingertips, ready to visualize and package your research in seconds. Now, let's look at one of the craziest features, the audio overview, which people affectionately call the podcast feature. This thing generates an incredibly natural-sounding conversational discussion between two AI hosts based entirely on your uploads. It's wild. And you can tailor the vibe too. Set it to deep dive for a really comprehensive chat, the brief for a fast soiree, the critique if you want some tough love and expert feedback, or the debate to hear two opposing sides. It's the perfect way to literally listen to your own research while you're driving to the store, folding laundry, or just trying to get away from your glowing screens for a minute. And for my visual creators out there, you are going to love the video overview capabilities. You don't need to be a Premiere Pro wizard to synthesize complex stuff visually anymore. You can just pick a style like whiteboard, watercolor, or anime, and boom, you've got a snappy 30 to 60 second visual summary. Want a cool teaser for your socials?
try the kawaii, heritage, or papercraft aesthetics. Or, honestly, just use the classic and presenter styles to review your concepts right before you sit down to record a full video. It is such a great way to completely bypass those intimidating walls of text. But hey, we haven't forgotten about written content. The report generation feature is a lifesaver. It takes your messy stream of consciousness notes and instantly drafts a structured blog post, a study guide, or a slick briefing document. Think about the monetization potential here. If you're building out, say, your next digital dollar journey workbook, you just feed the AI your raw outlines, tell it what you want in the custom prompt box, and it perfectly formats the whole thing for your audience. Okay, Section 4, your content creation workflow. Let's get down to the step-by-step practical application.
How does the Success Squad actually implement this into their daily grind? It's all about bulk research. Let's say you want customer insights. You can literally upload thousands of your own YouTube comments into a notebook and prompt it. What are the top 3 questions my audience keeps asking in these comments? Bam, instant clarity. For competitor research, upload a transcript from someone in your niche and ask, what are they missing? And for script writing, just say, create a YouTube script outline based on these 3 research documents. You are generating the exact skeleton of your content in seconds, not hours.
So, if you want a rock-solid, repeatable process, keep this 4-step workflow in your back pocket. Step 1, collect. Just grab all your research notes, PDFs, and transcripts and put them into one folder. Step 2, upload. Make a new notebook in Glam and drop those files in. Step 3, synthesize. This is where you stop reading and start asking. Ask it, based on these files, what should I talk about next? And finally, step 4, refine. Use the Save to Note feature to pin the absolute best suggestions, move things around, and build out your final script. It is genuinely that simple.
Oh, and if you happen to live stream or run live masterclasses for your community, here's a little secret checklist for using this live on screen. Preload a demo notebook with a couple of sources before you hit go live. Then, during your stream, ask Notebook LM a question and show your audience those clickable citations live on screen. I'm telling you, it instantly builds so much trust because they can see exactly where the facts are coming from. You can also use the quiz feature to generate real-time questions for your chat to answer. You can even play a quick generated audio overview as a cool little listen-along segment to switch up the energy of the stream. So here is the final thought I want to leave you with today. Notebook LM isn't just a fancy digital filing cabinet, it is a massive lever that completely multiplies your creative effort. It cures the blank page, it organizes the absolute chaos of our brains, and it turns rough ideas into polished, monetizable content. So, the only question left for you is, what are you going to upload first? Grab one script, one PDF, or one transcript today, and let's see what kind of magic it creates for your brand. I'll see you in the Success Squad.